Midnight Oil, Read All About It off the 10 to 1 album. We've got Kevin from Face Ache. Hey mate,
How we doing?
how did you feel while listening to Read About It again?
Oh, it took me back to my first band, where that was one of the first songs we ever covered. So, yeah.
What was
great
it?
tune.
What was the name of your first band?
The first band was called Relic.
Relic.
Yeah. They had a couple of guys from uni, and they were. I don't know why Relic, but they had this awesome designed relic knife type thing. They had a big backdrop with this big knife on it, and it looked great. But Relic as a name for a band doesn't really do much for me. But anyway.
Well, talking about band names, I love the story where you got the name Face Ache from. So I'd love you to tell our listeners if that's okay.
Actually, that came from my brother's ex-wife. One day she was on the phone and I said something and she decided she wanted to upset me, so she called me Face Ache, and I'd been looking for a name for a band and I thought, what an awesome name, I'm going to steal that and use it. I've been using it ever since.
So rather, it's more of a compliment now if anyone goes, "Oi, Face Ache."
Yeah, something like that. I've got a T-shirt with the logo on it that says ugly. That's another play on the whole thing, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Now you've got some mates that sometimes perform with you. They unfortunately can't be here today or not, but can you tell us who they are?
Yeah, we got there's four of us in the band at the moment. Marcus on keyboards and he does all the bass through his keys. Ben on drums and Ryan on guitar, and myself out the front doing being an idiot.
Excellent. Well, you do. I was going to say you do being an idiot very well, but I should say
thank you very much.
I should say you perform very, very well, because I was lucky enough to see you live about a month ago now, and without embarrassing you too much, I thought you were fantastic, and I really, really enjoyed your set. So I'm really looking forward to some of the music you're going to play for us tonight.
Yep.
We might as well get started into some music. You got some music that you're going to have off your new album, and plus you might play some other stuff as well. Have you got a track you're going to play for us first up?
Yeah, I'm going to kick off with a song called Voices, and it's about obviously voices in people's heads and the way it sort of drives some people nuts.
Excellent.
We'll go with that. How's that sound?
No, that sounds good. So yeah, this is Face Ache, or Kev, with the song Voices.
Strain. Oh, Giving into this feeling goes against the grain. I hate to say what I'm feeling, it gives away the pain. Watching clarity flicker in and out again, and I feel those voices tearing, ripping, pulling at the insides again. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tell me, can you feel the pain? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is it so hard to explain? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, can't stand the strain. Whoa, 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 whoa. The voices they tear at my brain.
Oh, wow. Man, that's pretty heavy. That's awesome, that track, but very, very heavy in the lyrics.
Yeah, it's a bit dark.
Was it hard to write? As you take a sip?
Actually,
what you...
good timing that. Actually, no, it wasn't hard to write at all. It came together in about 3 minutes. One of the shortest, fastest songs I've ever written.
That's incredible.
I was jamming with our drummer Ben, and I just started playing the chugging riff, which I thought, oh, that's really cool. It's very dark but very cool. And he threw down some fairly heavy drum beats with it, and then lyrics just started to pop into my head. Went from there.
Wow, that's an incredible lyrics and quite emotional, I must say. But with the music that you're playing in there, I also felt sometimes where I went, this is Aussie rock. Do you take that as a compliment? I hope you do. It's meant to be.
Definitely, yeah. Aussie rock, pub rock, anything like
Yeah.
that. Good. Sounds good to me.
You know, like throwing some old hunters and collectors and your favourite Midnight Oil in together, and then with these powerful lyrics coming down. It's quite a special song, mate, and you should be proud of it.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
No worries. With Faceache, if people want to look you up on Facebook, Faceache Facebook, or on the internet, where can we find you? Because I think after that track, people are going to want to look you up.
Yeah, you can go straight to face-ache at in Facebook. That'll search, go straight to us. Or you can go to face-ache.com. That's face-ache.com, and that's our website. And you can pick up our first single or our first EP there, or t-shirts via the website. You can also check us out on MySpace as well. Just look up Faceache, and you will. I think there's a few Faceaches on MySpace, though, so you might have to do a bit of searching for that one.
Get the right one.
You can go there directly from the faceache.com website, though.
I suggest to do that. Otherwise, you might get, the teen female band from Michigan or something or other.
Yeah,
they're pretty good.
There's a couple of fairly ugly face websites that have been named Faceache, unfortunately. Well, not that it bothers me at all.
No.
I'm sure we get a few hits as a result of them as well.
He's not that ugly. Jeez, No. He looks like Gaultier. Hey, where does...
Is that good or bad?
That's good. That's good. You're if this is not personal or not, but you growing up in your family, you talked about that a bit earlier on with your brother liking Midnight Earl. Did you get much other musical sort of influences and maybe hearing a lot of music from your early days?
Huge. My oldest brother's about 6 years older than me, and the next one's 4 years older than me, so they were right into the music when I was just starting to listen to it. The result of that was obviously Midnight Oil, the Angels, AC/DC, Cold Chisel, and then all the Oz rock stuff, definitely. Van Halen's another one that I picked up from my brother.
Hot for the teacher.
Hot for teacher, yeah. Actually, that was right on the spot when I was young. Hot for teacher.
I bet it was.
Yeah. We won't go there, though.
No, we'll move on. Well, actually, I noticed you picked an Angel song. I just I was talking to you through messages the other day, and I asked you just to pick a few songs, just so we had a few songs that we could also play, and you picked the song "After the Rain" from the Angels. Any reason why you picked that song?
Again, it's another one that I've played in bands, and I remember.
I'm going to put it in the background while we're chatting.
Yeah, I remember when I was much younger, just walking home from school, singing that song, thinking, "Oh, I better not sing that lyric in front of my grandmother because she's fairly religious, and there's a bit of a sacrilegious tone about that one line anyway." But once I picked up the guitar and actually started learning the riff in this song, it's just, I don't know, it's so smooth and it's so there, and you just want to play it and play it and play it. And I hadn't played it for a while, and I picked up the guitar the other day and just started jamming it. And I thought, oh, I still remember how it goes, and I still love it. So, yeah.
So, is there something in that rebellion of music that you enjoy listening and playing?
Oh, yeah, rebellion's always part of music and that. You'll hear a lot of stuff in my lyrics that, because of my interest in Midnight Oil, I probably play a little bit more of, or put in a little bit more of political content. Not always. Some of it's just fun, like the last one that had nothing to do with politics. It was.
I don't know if I'd call it fun, though.
Fun, no. Yeah, that was just, I suppose, a social statement. But yeah, it's music should be fun, regardless of whether there's an interest. And I know people like Eric Clapton, they are dead against introducing politics into music. But then some of their best friends do exactly that.
Roger Waters.
Yeah. Or what's his name? Bob Dylan. Yeah. Same concept. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's a place for it. But I think as long as the song kicks butt, it's a good song.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you like people to understand what you're meaning, or are you just quite happy that people get whatever they do out of your music?
I'm happy that they get whatever they do out of it, and I'm actually really interested to know what they get out of it, because I know where the songs come from, and sometimes it's got no meaning whatsoever. So hearing what they think it means is extremely interesting.
So, like, you do a really big, like, political rant about chopping down trees, and somebody comes along and goes, "Oh, you're talking about making sushi in that song, aren't you?"
Yeah, that's a very interesting concept. Yeah.
So, is there songs like from the past, and with that sort of edgy, even political, with Midnight Oil, or in whatever way, that rebellious way, that stick out for you off the top of your head? Like, you could tell us, like, a particular song.
Not rebellious and not even political, but one I was thinking of was Dave Matthews Band, their song Crash. Musically, it is so well organised and such a fun song. That's one that just sticks in my head whenever someone says, "Oh, what's a really cool song?" Dave Matthews Band.
Dave Matthews Band.
Another one of my favourites. So.
Oh, excellent. We might have to...
They have the most brilliant musicians in that band. There's no doubt about that.
Excellent. Can we hear another track, Kev?
Certainly. I was thinking of actually playing one off my first EP,
which was called.
Which was the EP was called Left Behind.
Do you know why I sort of laugh a little bit here? Because I asked you this exact question in another interview I did with you once, and you couldn't remember the name of the EP.
Yeah, well,
how rock and roll is that, sir?
I've got a memory like a sieve, and it's got nothing to do with alcohol consumption, but we won't go into that. Well, I was going to play a song called Who Will Stand Up from that CD, so we'll give that a go. How's that sound?
Yeah, it sounds really good.
This one's about sports people that go a little bit too far, and we look up to them and all this, and then they go and do something stupid. So,
wow. We might talk more about that after the song, because grand final weekend coming up.
That's right. I'm going to dedicate this one to Ben Cousins. How's that sound?
All my heroes that fall by the wayside. Seems a shame watch them fall. Get so caught up in all the fantasies, so caught up in all they've got. And I don't know what will happen now. Stand up to the void. Look up blindly to our idols. Accept their faults without a thought. Take advantage of their weaknesses. Get them faster than they fall. And I don't know what will happen now. Stand up, fill the void. I can't believe it happened over and over again. What if they can bend? So we can see the pride of the nation get trampled again. What's gonna make us open our eyes, see through the skies? And I don't know what will happen now. Stand up, fill the void. And I don't know what will happen now. Stand up, fill the void. It's the same, no matter where we go. Blame whoever comes along. Heroes will come and they'll make us cringe. Winners will smile, we will roar. And I don't know what will happen now. Stand up, fill the void. And I don't know what will happen now. Stand up, fill the void. And I don't know what will happen now. Stand up, fill the void. 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 Stand up, fill the void.
Wow. Excellent, Kev. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I'll let you have a sip of your drink, but while you're having a sip, rock and roll, alcohol? No, I'm kidding. It's water.
Yeah, stick with the water tonight.
Well, there is the grand finals coming up this weekend, both in the NRL and the AFL, and that was a tribute to the, dare I say, the off-field antics of our athletes. Is that
Definitely.
definitely? Are you a fan of sport? And
Love my sport. Like to have a dig at some people who overdo it a little bit, but yeah, I'm a big fan of the Sharks in the NRL.
wow. Well, I've got a bone to pick with you then, sir. I follow the West Tigers, and I don't know if you've heard, but I've got a few players going over to the Sharks.
I think I saw something on a social network website where you were complaining about
and
some of the players leaving.
And we believe that they're now called the Tiger Sharks because of it.
I was thinking they're more the hammerheads. They keep banging their heads against the wall.
That's Paul Gallen's nickname, isn't it?
Could be, yeah.
So we won't hang too much on sport, but you got a couple of tips for the 2 weekend games at all?
Well, like I said, I'm a Sharks supporter, and I don't follow it apart from that.
Okay.
So if my team's not involved, I can't get into it. I certainly hope that the Bulldogs don't win, because I don't like them.
Oh, see, I hate Melbourne, those. But I hate the Bulldogs as well, so I'm really confused. I don't know what to do.
It's a bit of a struggle. I grew up down the road from the Bulldogs, and it was not a nice area. not a nice area. Just not a not a nice team. I don't like them. Don't like them. They're Bulldogs, and I mean Des Hasler's the coach, so that doesn't say much either. As for the AFL, I have to go for the Swannies.
The Swannies. I don't even know who they're playing. Who are the Swans playing in the? I know Swans are playing. None of us know who the other team is.
I think it's the Hawks and
Hawthorn.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I have to say that because my niece goes for the Hawks, so I have to say the Swans are going to win.
So you're a Sydney boy at heart, are you?
Yeah, I grew up in Sydney, born and bred in the Shire, unfortunately, and I don't relate to that television show whatsoever.
Well, now it's been taken off. You must be a bit disappointed because you were going to get a role in it at all, or?
Definitely not. I don't think anybody in the Shire was in the show. I think they were all from outside somewhere.
I think they've all been flown in from Jersey Shore or something or other.
I don't know anything about that. I'm not going anywhere near that. But those lips were way too big.
Not just the lips. Anyway, moving on. You basically, when I asked you to pick a few songs, and this is where the surprise is coming up for you, Kev, you mentioned Walk This Way from Aerosmith. First, I want to know is why you decided to want Aerosmith's Walk This Way, which is a classic song. But
again, it's another band that have seriously influenced me. I think I've got all but everything that they've released, and it's when I was young, they came out with Janie's Got a Gun, and I thought, this is absolutely awesome song, but I don't think it's their best one. And as far as Walk This Way is concerned, it's just iconic, and the guitar in that just blows me away every time. So,
well, the Janie's Got a Gun and I think Love in an Elevator was all off that one album.
Yeah, they were off Pump. Yeah,
Pump. That album cover disturbed me. Gave me nightmares as a child.
I don't understand why.
Can you explain what the cover is, or would you prefer not to?
It's two trucks having
truck relations,
having a relationship. I don't know how that actually works, but yeah, and the album's called Pump, so you can use your imagination for that, I suppose.
Very strange cover indeed.
Very strange cover, but I mean they've got a reputation for being a bit outlandish in their consumption of substances and alcohol, so you sort of expect that, but I do recall, I think it was prior to the Pump album, that Run DMC did a version of Walk This Way, and I'm not a rap fan in any way, but that in itself, it's sort of, maybe this does work, but I still love the original so much better.
Well, it really was the first time that they'd merged rock and rap together as one, and I do believe it did work.
Yeah, definitely. It was hugely popular.
Later on, Anthrax and Public Enemy did that awesome version of Bring the Noise as well, which also extended that. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I was actually going to get to the point. The album that Walk This Way was off originally, though, is one of the best albums about toys in the attic. It's if you can get a copy of it and just sit back, crank it up. It's originally recorded on analog, so it's got all that natural noise in the background as well. But it's just amazing.
And the true grittiness that they did have, which they then lost probably after that Pump album. Actually, we're just talking about, not in a bad way, just that they lost that grittiness that they had earlier on.
I suppose I was a bit disappointed with I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, but then that was...
Is that the Armageddon song?
The song from Armageddon, yeah. But then that in itself, that movie wasn't... it lent itself to a dodgy song.
Yeah, as most Michael Bay movies do.
Fair enough too.
I apologise for any Michael Bay fans out there. And the antics of Steve Tyler on stage with the big wrapped around. What's the thing called? He's got wrapped around his mic.
I think he wraps his scarves around. Scarves around the mic, but he only ever grabs half the mic stand as well. But yeah, I mean they're a rock and roll band. They're probably the penultimate rock and roll band from America. So, yeah, they go off. I enjoy it. I was a bit disappointed because apparently we had tickets to see Van Halen at the, I can't remember the name of the concert. It was going to be one of the concert tours that was supposed to be on last year, and there was due to be an announcement that Aerosmith was also going to be headline that concert tour.
Now, this wasn't Soundwave, was it?
Soundwave Revolution, it was, yeah. And I think it was the day before that announcement, the whole thing fell through. So I was devastated because Van Halen and Aerosmith on the same bill, that would have been mind-boggling.
That's an 80s rock nerd's dream, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
The new sound...
The shredding guitars of Eddie versus the hard rock guitars of Joe Perry.
You couldn't want more, unless Poison could come along and make it a...
No. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go anywhere near that at all.
Bit of Warrant.
She's my cherry pie.
She is. Hey, the Soundwave Festival this year is looking pretty awesome with like Blink-182. The first time the drummer has travelled since that tragic plane accident where his mate passed away in. He's going to travel out to Australia from America, which is fantastic.
Yep.
And then you've got Metallica. It's a pretty big lineup for this
looking
Soundwave.
pretty good, yeah. I haven't seen too many of the band lists for that, but yeah, that sounds good already from what you've just said.
Yeah, I think Motley Crue's coming out for you. No, there's no Motley Crue.
Nice.
No, was it Dr. Love?
Dr. Feelgood was the song you're thinking of.
Feelgood, yes.
But no, again, nothing that I'm interested in.
Anyway, back to Walk This Way and the surprise, which you've guessed already. Now, I went through my collection and I also went through the library here at 101.5 FM.
And they don't
couldn't find
They don't have the original.
Aerosmith's Walk This Way. But what I did find was
Run DMC version.
Run DMC and Aerosmith. So indulge with us while we play Walk This Way, Run DMC style. Run DMC, Walk This Way. Kev, have I ruined Walk This Way or...
No, like I said, they melded that song quite well.
I love the film clip too, where they're on the
yeah, the whole Run DMC with his bling and all that sort of stuff
on one side of the wall, and
yeah, and then Joe Perry and Steve Tyler going hard on the other. So yeah, it's a great song. So
excellent.
Just ask you, what have you got going on in the studio? You said you're recording some of the stuff that you've played tonight and that.
Yeah, the first song I played, Voices. I'm doing another 5-track EP at the moment. It started in December last year, so it's a bit of a project. We're getting towards the end of it.
Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? When do you think you'll be finished?
I'm not 100% sure when it will be finished. It all depends on getting people to and from the studio. We had a session on Sunday, and unfortunately the guitarist that I had coming in to do some lead breaks for me, he got T-boned on his way to the studio, and wound up in hospital as opposed to at the studio, so it didn't quite go to plan. He is all right, by the way.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It could be a source of inspiration for some more music.
It could be. Yeah, I'll think about it. Apparently he was T-boned by an old girl, and he thinks she actually mistook the accelerator for the brake scenario, which is unfortunate, but his guitars were all right apparently, so that's all that counts. All that matters.
Yeah, on the website we were having a look before, and it was saying that you suffered from a blackout when you were trying to record.
Yeah, we were in the studio, I think it was going back to June or maybe even May this year, and we were just about to lay down some more tracks. We stopped for lunch, come back, and then a thunderstorm came through and took out one of the local power thingos, and that was the end of it for the afternoon. 6 hours wasted. Doesn't matter. You get that.
Yeah, it's not so good if you've got to pay for the studio.
I have a good relationship with the studio, and he wasn't going to pay me. He wasn't going to charge me for something we couldn't use. So,
do you when you go into the studio, do you sort of do you plan out what you're going to what you're going to lay down, or do you just all start playing? Do you jam it and just record it and hope for the best? What sort of a general idea of how you?
I usually go in with a fair idea of what I want to do. I added a song to this this recording after I'd started it, but that was more just because I realised I was a little bit more financial than I thought I was. But normally I'm fairly well prepared. The first CD we did, we were very well rehearsed. This time around it wasn't so much rehearsed, but I knew what I wanted to do. So we went in, I rehearsed with the drummer, and we went in and rehearsed and recorded the drums, and then from there we've taken it away and said, right now, here's what are we going to do with bass, what are we going to do with guitars, and obviously the vocals were all pretty much set in stone, but yeah, and I've just got to add a few little touches, like a couple of lead breaks that I wasn't prepared to do, and a few people I've heard play some of my music that I've really enjoyed working with. I sort of thought, I'm going to get whoever I can in to do this. So I've got a very cute young lady who's going to do some backing vocals for me, I hope, if I can twist her arm. But yeah, we'll see how we go there.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh, yes. I didn't realise you were into cross-dressing, Rob.
Well, you know, you've got to make a living somehow.
Fair enough, too. It's very scary.
How about we hear another song? We'd love to hear another song
Sure.
from you, Kev.
Yep. No worries. This one I might do another one that's off the new recording. It's called The Mother Look. I was working with some older ladies at the one work that I was at, and every now and then I'd say some stupid jokes, and I'd just get this filthy look, and I just decided, that's the mother look when you do something stupid, isn't it? So that's how the song started. It didn't evolve to be about that in the end, but yeah, it's got a bit of everything.
The mother look.
The mother look. So we'll give that a go. How's that sound?
Excellent. We'd love to hear it.
Alrighty.
Child, see the look of love in her eyes. Not a lot she can do. Takes good care of her pride and keeps past like deep inside. Not nothing gonna do. Golden moment of love, fractured moment of fear. Thunderclap from up above, no shed one more tear. Child, see the look of disdain in her eyes. She's a friend who wants some too. She takes good care of her pride and keeps her past like deep inside. That long ago, what not to do. Golden moment of love, fractured moment of fear. Thunderclap from up above, and I'll shed one more tear. Child, see the anger in her eyes, aims high with every swing. She takes good care of her pride and keeps the past like deep inside. Learned long ago what not to do. Golden moment of love, fractured moment of fear. Thunderclap from up above, and don't shed one more tear. Mother look, knowing it all true, all pride and pain and love all well through. Child, see the look of desire in her eyes, cause I've known the night through. She knows she's not all she can be, but the mirror shows nobody, and the cuts are deep and true. Golden moment of love, fractured moment of fear. Thunderclap from up above, and I'll shed one more tear.
that's the mother look.
Yes, indeed.
Alrighty, we're going to have a quick break with our sponsors, but Steve Hapgood, we're just going to mention him for a second because Motley Crue?
Yes, he's just let me know that Motley Crue will actually be touring in 2013, apparently. And he's also pointed out that Kiss might be on their way as well, so this could be an 80s revival, I think.
A golden season, may I say. Steve can do a gig report on both those acts for us.
Yeah, he normally does the Oz Rock show on Saturdays. Occasionally I sit in on that one as well. And, so I don't know if he'll bring that up. But you never know. He talks about everything else, so...
Here's some of our sponsors. Voodoo Gurus like Wow, like Wipeout.
Yes, indeed.
Another song that you chose for tonight, Kev?
Yes, one from my childhood. One of my favourite songs from my childhood. So, yeah, it's simple and it goes hard the whole time. So,
very addictive guitar riff throughout.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, and another song that we play live occasionally. So,
oh, cool. I actually saw when I saw you live. You got some mates up with you and you did a Foo Fighters track.
Yes. Yeah, another one of my favourite tunes. So I think we did Monkey Wrench, didn't we?
Was it Monkey Wrench?
Oh, no, we did...
Learning to Fly. Learning to Fly, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a great version too, I must add. And I loved how you got the Dave Grohl dance moves on throughout the song, that sort of very subtle...
I didn't know that Dave Grohl actually did
Well, that's what I'm meaning, though. That little subtle sort of, slight head banging that he does so well.
Yeah, fair enough too. I've got to shake the brains up every now and then to make sure that they're still in there.
Well, that's very rock and roll, isn't it?
It is.
I'm looking at your the Faceache CD here, your first album, and we were talking about the picture on the front cover. Is there a story to that? We've got a rather buxom young lady here, blonde. She's got a bikini on, but she's got a tattoo on her left butt cheek, or bottom cheek, or however you want to say
I think buttocks is the proper word, George.
Oh, okay. Look it up at...
look it up in dictionary.com.
Dictionary, yeah. And it's your actual band logo, Faceache, written underneath. Is there a story to that?
There is a bit of a story behind that. One of the songs on there was written by the old bass player, Stewie, and it was very political and unashamedly political, but we wanted to do something that was going to take the mickey out of it a bit. So we thought, what can we do? And the guy who's recorded the CD for us and recording the current one for me as well, he thought to come up with an idea of having this anime picture, and I thought, oh, great idea, yeah. And he said, yeah, and you could stick this tattoo on her left cheek, and then so it's left behind, blah blah blah. And I thought, yeah, awesome idea. So I contacted a friend in Japan and said, can you draw some artwork for me? And she'd been mucking around copying some anime characters, and I said, I want something similar, but I want it to be original. And she said, I don't really know where to start. So another friend of mine stuck a camera on the table and looked over her shoulder in a sexy pose and took a photo and sent it off to this friend. And she came back with a few different ideas, and I said, right, now first thing we need to do is make the bottom bigger and the breasts bigger. And she's got too many clothes on, so you've got to get down to a bikini. And it went from there, and eventually got this. It's a great picture. I love it.
Yeah,
I plastered it all over the cover of it.
Who says that sexism is dead in rock and roll?
Well, apparently sex sells, but it hasn't worked with this CD.
Well, I reckon the next CD, it should be a picture of you in the same outfit.
No, that's a very... Kevin is mankini. No, I don't think that's a good idea at all.
Just the one left cheek.
Have you actually got the band logo tattooed on you anyway?
No, actually, no tattoos. I've tried to avoid that. I've always thought that I changed my mind so much that if I got a tattoo, I'd probably be sick of it within a week and want to get rid of it. And,
yeah, they are pretty permanent, aren't
they? It's a bit rough.
As soon as you get the Faceache tattoo, you change the name of the band.
Change the name of the band, yeah.
Excellent. Now, any gigs coming up, sir?
Yes, playing this Sunday over from 4 at the Channel Bar at Caloundra. It's a acoustic duo. We're doing a bunch of covers, but we'll throw in a few originals as well. So 4 till 7 up at the Channel Bar, which is a great little venue.
And do you keep your website up to date with any gigs going on if we want to go and find out?
There is the gig guide on the website. It's a bit sparse at the moment, but working on that. I've been a bit busy with a few other things, including the new recording.
Recording an album, so I mean that's pretty important.
So we'll get a few more of those happening sooner or later, I believe. But anyway,
excellent. Do you stick? This is always a terrible question to ask a musician, so I will apologise in advance. Do you stick to a particular genre, or you just play what you feel?
I play what I feel. I like to generally stick in the rock side, stuff that has a bit of energy. But I'm going to play a song for you very soon. It's a bit laid back, dedicated to a good friend who passed away a couple of years back. So. It's a bit more mellow, but anyway, I'd like to delve into a few different things. So I was just mucking about when I was warming up before and thought, oh, there's a nice little riff, but it's very mellow compared to some of the stuff I've been playing. So we'll see where it takes me.
Excellent. Well, with your lyrics, because you had just talked about the next song you're going to play.
Yep.
Do you find it easier to write on an emotional level or a level of something that is happening to you or to people around you, or can you just write any old words?
Well, the song Voices, I really don't know anybody that's suffered from the voices in the head thing, and that sort of was just an idea that came to me. This one in particular is very personal, so it's from experience, and a lot of the stuff is just stuff that I see going on. It's a bit like the Little Britain guys, the way they write their comedy. It's all about stuff that you see in the streets or people that you meet. I remember I was teaching overseas and I was doing a test and I wrote a song while the kids were doing the test. I was the guy making sure they didn't do anything wrong. Instead, I was writing
You wasn't
the
even
song.
watching. The levels of the scores in that test were quite high, I believe. Cause
Not by any miracle, I don't think.
well, we'd love to hear this song you were just talking about, the one that is a bit of a dedication to a lost friend, and yeah.
Yep. All right. This one's called Wake Up.
Just know you're looking down on us from up above. 'Cause if someone who deserves it all, it's you. I can see your smiling face. Your big clothes not quite out of place. I just know someday we'll meet again. I can't believe the time was yours. I can't believe it anymore. No, no, no. What are you doing? Tell me, what were you thinking? I saw your face so cold and pale, but we waited like you were gonna wake up. What are you doing? What are you doing? express to you and comfort lonely thoughts. What does it say for us, the ones left behind? Didn't say all that could have been said. Remnants now spinning round our head. I know it's only a matter of time. I can't believe time was yours. I can't believe it anymore. I can't believe the time was yours. I can't believe it anymore. No, no, no. What are you doing? Tell me, what were you thinking? I saw your face so cold and pale, but we waited like you were gonna wake up. What are you doing? Tell me, what were you thinking? I saw your face so cold and pale, but we waited like you were gonna wake up. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Beautiful lyrics, mate, and I am pretty sure there are a lot of people out there that can relate to those lyrics and appreciate that you've written that song.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me in the studio tonight too. It's been fun. I've had a ball.
It's been our pleasure as well, and we hope you actually come back at some stage. We'd love to have you back.
For sure. When the CD's done, we'll come in and play the tracks on that and see how we go.
Definitely, that's definitely, we're going to guarantee that right now.
Lock it in, Eddie.
Lock it in. No more whammies. We've actually gone over time, which I reckon we could keep on doing this for another hour, but some of us have jobs tomorrow, and other of us need to just get some sleep, I think. But thank you very much for coming in, Kev. We've really enjoyed it. Once again, quickly let everybody know where they can find you on the internet so they can come and see some gigs and buy your CD when it comes out, or buy your old CD.
Yep, faceache.com. That's FACE-ACHE.com. FACE-ACHE.com. And if you want, you can put the W's in front of it, but yeah.
It usually works best if you do.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently it works regardless.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, it puts them up for you automatically.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And come and see us on Sunday if you've got the chance up at the Channel Bar at Caloundra.
What time?
From 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Excellent. Well, I reckon that's a must. Alrighty, well, wrapping a couple of things up. I'd like to thank Genevieve and Kieran earlier on for the interviews with the film festivals. And I had some tickets to give away to the Korean Film Festival, and we haven't got around to doing it. So jump on the internet and get onto the Eclectic Avenue Facebook page and tell me if you're interested or not, and I'll see if I can organise some tickets for you. Thank you, George, for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Robert. It's been absolutely amazing listening to Kevin play. I've enjoyed it thoroughly.
Excellent. And we'll be all back next week. We've got a special movie show. Hey, Kev, just quickly, favourite song from a film?
Favourite song from a film? Well, I'm not going to say Armageddon. So,
Thank goodness.
Favourite song from a film? Oh, that's really hard. Probably Young Einstein's... and it was a Paul Kelly tune.
Oh, Dumb Things.
Dumb Things. That or the Stems song from the same... At First Sight.
At First Sight, or Mental as Anything rocking out.
No, I'm going to leave that alone.
No, you're not. Okay. Tune in next week. We're going to do a special music songs in film. We've got some guests lined up, and we're going to do a top 20 countdown. It's going to be really good. So tune in to Eclectic Avenue next week for that. Keep on listening to 101.5. Plenty of good music. We're going to finish off with another Foo Fighters track. Everlong is probably one of their great tracks. This is their acoustic version of this very track. Great film clip too. See you later.